is like a body pocket.
Why is your butt like a body pocket?
Because, yeah, your butt's like a pocket, but it's made by your body.
No, that's not what a butt's for.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, this is going in the podcast.
Stop.
It's going in the podcast. This is going in the podcast.
Oh no.
Your butt is like a pocket.
Yeah, your butt's like a pocket. It's a natural pocket. Saw some candy bars up there.
Just like a pocket.
Just like a pocket.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I am Brodie, and I'm here once again along with my friend Peter. Say hello. You'll wait for my cue. Okay.
I don't want to wait for your cue.
Shut up. Okay.
Oh.
Just to discuss fan fiction. This time about a franchise much closer to my heart, Pokemon. Now, Peter, what is your experience with these creatures known as pocket monsters?
I've played numerous amount of the games, and I really enjoy it. It's a good series.
What's your favourite part of Pokemon, Peter?
What's my favourite part of Pokemon?
Yeah, what's your favourite Pokemon game?
If I was to put down, I'd say Ranger. To be honest, I really like the Ranger series. I don't know, or Mystery Dungeon. Mystery Dungeon I like a lot too.
For those at home, I'm looking like Peter like he's a weirdo. Because how could you ever say that when you've played Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum?
Yeah, they're my favourites as well.
Because they are the best.
They're not. They're good.
They're good, he says.
They're good.
They're good, he says.
Yeah, Diamond was the first Pokemon I properly played and finished. So it does have a place in my heart. I've got to admit that. Just that, if I play it now, I'd be like, wow, this is... Ooh.
You say that, but I played it recently. It was great.
Alright.
Okay, I've played all of the main series Pokemon games, so I'm a much more greater liberty to talk about this, which one's the best. So in my objective opinion, which is very objective,
Yeah.
very true,
Uh-huh.
and always correct,
Oh, yeah.
yep, I think Pokemon Platinum is the best. Okay, Peter, have you had any experience with Pokemon fanfiction?
As we mentioned last week, yes, but...
We don't talk about
we
that.
don't talk about
We
that.
don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that.
Is that going to become a running joke? I hope not.
I
Okay.
hope not.
Did you know that Pokemon fanfiction is complicated?
Yes.
Did you know?
Well, in what way do you mean complicated? Because I'm thinking...
Because there's... Okay, so I've got a quote here from myself.
Okay.
The problem with Pokemon fanfiction is it's too many eggs in too many universes. There are too many canons of this Pokemon thing. Like, there's the anime, there's the games, there's the spin-off games, there's the mystery dungeon games.
They're good, though.
There's the movie canon, which is different from the anime canon now. Mm-hmm. It's a giant mess. There's the manga, too.
Yeah.
You ever read the Pokemon manga, Peter?
Snippets? Not much.
It's good. Well, there's like 5 different Pokemon mangas.
I knew that, but...
There's like 3 different Pokemon mangas all about Diamond and Pearl alone.
I think I heard about that. I didn't.
And they all have different ways that they portray their characters.
It's
So
about
it's a giant mess.
It's about each protagonist, isn't it? Of each one, like Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum.
Yeah, that's the main one. That's the good one. That's the only one I've read. The Pokemon Adventures manga, which is actually really good. But there's like a bunch of other ones. So they use the same characters, but since they don't have a personality in the games, it's basically all fan fiction. It's basically all fan fiction.
It's licensed fan fiction.
Stay tuned for the episode where we talk about Pokemon Adventures, and I try to get Peter to read it. Okay. But yeah. That's the problem. There's too many eggs in too many universes. Which does that make sense? Yes,
too many eggs in one basket.
Too many eggs in too many universes because there's too many universes.
I get what you're saying, even though the saying doesn't exactly convey well.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying.
Okay. So in this episode, instead of talking about Pokemon as a franchise as a whole, I'm only going to be talking about the game fanfiction.
Okay.
Fanfiction based solely on the information given to us in the game. And oh boy, is that a subjective time.
Oh my gosh.
Like Harry Potter fanfiction, there's at least a guiding line from where you start and where you go. Like they almost always start when Harry's in his first year. Or just before.
Yeah. Okay.
Or just like a couple of years before then.
So it's around that starting point. It's never after the war.
There's some after the war, but those are ones I haven't read.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, I've read one.
Yeah.
but I'm not going to talk about that one.
Yeah.
We're talking about Pokemon.
We're talking about
fanfiction.
Pokemon. Exactly.
We're talking about Pokemon fanfiction. So this episode will be solely about the Pokemon games fanfiction, meaning there's a lot of room for maneuverability. Since there's not really a main character in those games, and because the mute protagonist doesn't really have a personality.
No, they're just mute.
They have a little one.
The little one. Not really.
They have like a little bit of certain twists to each other. Like when you see Red and Gold and Silver, he kind of acts a certain way.
Yeah, they make a sprite look a certain way.
Yeah. So they have some personality, but basically you can put whatever you want into it. Which perfectly leads into common trends and tropes. So last week I mentioned them only as tropes. Which is kind of inaccurate, actually.
Yeah.
Because some of them like just writing trends that you see when you read so much of this crap. Not crap. It's not crap. It's not crap.
Yeah.
I love it. Fanatic. I love it.
Last week we also stated that we wouldn't share our opinions about the fanfictions we were discussing, which we nearly immediately broke.
I tried not
we
to.
We really tried.
Peter didn't try at all.
I didn't try at all. No.
Luckily for Peter, there's not going to be any mention of rape fanfiction. So
good.
At least I don't think there is.
Good.
I'm fairly sure there isn't.
Please, no.
Okay, moving on to common trends and tropes. So, same as last week, I'm going to tell Peter a trend or trope that happens, and he has to explain to me what it means.
Okay.
First one, OC disguised.
OC disguised.
OC disguised. Peter, explain what an OC is.
An OC is an original character that the writer has inserted into a pre-existing story or world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what do you think a disguised OC is?
A disguised OC? Oh, if I was to take a guess, I'd say main character that this writer's put in of themselves, and they're hidden in some way in terms of they're in the background or they're not doing much.
There are some like that, but that's not what this is not what I was trying to refer to.
Okay.
It's when the main character is portrayed in a different way than the games show. Like the main characters have no personality at all, but they're given a personality, and that's basically an OC. So they don't act like they do in the game. They act like a completely different person. Normally, an extension of what the author thinks they should.
So the writer puts themselves in that blank slate. In other words, and what Twilight does.
Yes, Twilight.
Yeah.
Twilight. The extent
of the with Belle.
Yeah. Yes. Next trope. Pokemon are people too.
I'm guessing they have their own cultures and they talk. I'm guessing. No.
It's these fanfictions are the ones where Pokemon turn into people.
Wait, what?
So they turn into people. Like, you ever heard of what is it called? Jinjintas? They're like humanized Pokemon.
Yes.
So like Pokemon with human forms.
Yeah.
It's like that. So it's a fanfiction where Pokemon turn into people and they walk around like regular people, and they're still caught in little balls. Okay. This mainly happens in stories focusing on legendary Pokemon because they all have a human form.
Yeah.
Like, remember that one movie where that Latias turns into a cute girl that looks exactly like this other girl. It's like kind of weird. Do you remember that?
I don't think I watched that one.
Okay, it's a bad one.
I think I saw like posters of it, but I don't think I ever watched it.
Oh god, I forget what it's called. Next one, Pokegirls.
Pokegirl.
This can mean two things, because this is an official term used in the fandom as well.
Pokegirls. Oh, the only thing I can think of is a female trainer or...
Well, that's what the canon term is. It's referred to all the main Pokemon girls. Like the gym leaders. And mostly an anime term. But in this context, it's the same as Pokemon are people too, but at this time they're only girls. Only girls. Only girls this time.
They can only be female, never male.
They can only be female.
Which is silly.
This happens a lot in harem fanfictions.
Oh, now it makes more sense.
An extension of this, have you ever heard of the fan ROM Moemon?
No, I've never heard of that.
It's a fan ROM that's basically just like Pokemon Emerald, but they replace all the sprites with sprites of little girls dressed up as Pokemon.
Oh god, I remember seeing...
Some of those are cute though.
I remember
like they're cute in like the way you look at a baby and go like, oh, that's a cute thing, like a puppy or a baby seal.
I've seen some like that where it's actually good art, but it's just mainly just fan
Some
service.
of the... No, they're not fan service.
Well, the way they've drawn them, it counts.
Some of them are, but some of them are actually drawn well.
Yeah, I've seen a couple.
I don't play this, by the way. I'm not that kind of guy. Okay. Crossbreeding. What do you think this means?
two different Pokemon types. Not just types, but different Pokemon breeding and making an offspring that's different. Am I correct?
That could be it, but not in this context.
Oh god, okay.
What do you think it is now when I told you that?
My mind goes really.
Pokemon breeding with humans to create Pokemon hybrids.
I thought that. Sorry.
It's very popular. This mostly happens in stories where Pokemon are people too, so it's not as creepy. Well, it's not as creepy.
It's not as creepy. It's still weird.
But it's still weird.
It's still a little weird. It's sure they look like people, but they're still Pokemon.
Okay, here's one that you've probably definitely heard of before. The Nuzlock.
The Nuzlock. Well, I know the Nuzlock challenge is obviously, if your Pokemon faints, you leave. You have to get them out of your party and then find another Pokemon to. I'm guessing similar in that term of story, in terms of if a Pokemon faints.
Well, it's people recounting their interpretation of a Nuzlock run they've done before.
Okay. Wait, as in as in a fan fiction, they've written their MC.
So they've done a Nuzlock run,
yeah.
And to tell everybody about it, they wrote a fan fiction about it.
Okay.
So you know how Let's Players do that stuff?
Yeah.
They broadcast their Nuzlock run for everyone to see.
Yeah.
Well, people who do that in private, some of them decide to write a fan fiction about it so they can tell everybody about their unique experience.
Okay.
Which
that's not
so bad. It's basically like writing on a forum post.
Yeah.
Do you know where Nuzlocks come from?
Nope.
Origin. In 2012, a 4chan user known as Nuzlock posted a comic on 4chan/v/ board chronicling a special way of playing the Pokemon games that he had come up with. The rules were simple: release a Pokemon if it faints, catch the first Pokemon encountered on each route, and nothing else. These rules he made for himself made each Pokemon catcher more precious, while giving him a new appreciation for Pokemon that he would have never considered using. And the reason why it's called the Nuzlock is because the first Pokemon he caught was a Nuzleaf.
Ah, okay.
The Dark AU, that's the next one. Basically, it's very simple.
Evil?
Yeah, it's like, i.e. the villain team wins.
Yeah.
I read a fan fiction about this once. I'm not going to mention it here because it's horrible.
Yeah.
And, or the protagonist is an arsehole.
Protagonist is an arsehole.
Protagonist is an arsehole.
Okay.
Do you know how, normally they're, nice guys?
Yeah, they're normally just I'm nice boy/girl.
And the next one is fan-roms.
Fan-roms.
Fan-roms are basically just extended fan fiction, if you think about it. Like all that Pokemon Uranium stuff. Remember Pokemon Uranium?
Yeah.
That's basically a fan fiction.
As in the game?
Well, it is, because it's got an original story.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. But, yeah, it's a fan game.
It's an original story based on...
Good game, though.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it quite a lot.
I didn't play it. Okay, that's it for common trends and tropes. Nothing too crazy.
No, nothing too crazy.
I mean, the weirdest thing is that time that man had sex with Pokemon. But
yeah.
But that's canon in the universe.
What?
Did you not?
I didn't know that.
Once again, Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum are the best Pokemon games of all time.
I don't remember that.
There's a story talking about how Pokemon and humans used to live at the same table, and in the Japanese version, it used to suggest they got married.
Whoa.
We have human-shaped Pokemon. It's fine. It's not fine.
It's fine.
Can Pokemon consent?
The sentient.
Psychic Pokemon are supposed to be incredibly smart. Alakazam has a high IQ of 300. Does that? And if he consents, does that mean it's okay?
Oh God. I mean, I think some Pokemon can and some Pokemon can't. I feel like it's that kind of situation.
What Pokemon can and what Pokemon can't?
The ones that are psychic or ones have enough IQ to be able to understand.
But they all understand human speech.
True. Fuck. Oh my God. Why are we asking these questions on a podcast?
Oh, it's great. Shipping.
Oh God.
Will not be discussed here. I will not get into an argument with anybody. Canon pairings in Pokemon are exceedingly rare. In fact, I don't think there is a single one apart from people that were already paired before the game started. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not too sure.
But common trends in this is the male and female protagonists are normally the ones normally most commonly paired together. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
The exception to this are games which with rival characters who aren't just the MC, the main character, the player didn't pick. So like people like Blue, who's Gary / Green, and Barry from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, and Silver. So like Red / Green / Blue. Wait, no, Red X Green / Blue, because he's got like 5 different names. Is especially popular because they love that yaoi shit.
I liked Heart Gold's rival.
Silver.
What's her name?
He is male.
Oh no, you're right. He's Silver.
Silver, he's male.
And then Gold's female. No, they're both male. Yeah.
They're both male.
Yeah.
Well, and the other female protagonist is Crystal.
I don't remember Crystal, to be honest.
Or Lara. They have so many names. Everyone in Pokemon has too many names, and that's why it gets so confusing in fanfiction.
It gets real confusing.
Ugh, don't. Shipping in other Pokemon mediums is much more violent. Don't even get me started on Pokemon Adventure manga shipping. I'm likely to lose an argument in the likely to lose a limb in the argument. I am not gonna start. All I'm saying is, Gold X Crystal for life. Fuck everybody else. I'm right, and you just can't acknowledge it. Also, Diamond's the best. He's the best, objectively. Okay. Well, that's it for shipping. Shipping was a quick section this today. But don't worry, we'll make it all up to you next episode. Because I haven't told Peter what it is, but it's definitely one where shipping is a big focus. Moving on to Peter's favourite section.
Yeah. My one of my 4 favourite sections.
One of his 5 favourite sections. Stories I may have read at one point or another. So, basically the same as last section. I'm going to state out the story's description and title, and Peter has to tell me whether or not he thinks I've read it. Starting with How It All Began by Luna963. Luna, Starlight, Hikari. Hikari meaning light in Japanese. So her name is Luna Starlight Light. A girl born between a human and a Pokemon. She lived a normal life with her father as a human in the human world. However, after an incident occurs leading her to discover the truth about her heritage and her life, will never be the same. Never again be the same. That doesn't make much sense. That's not a good sentence, is it?
Yeah, that's not really... It doesn't flow quite well. But I understand what it's trying to say.
I'm reading the description word for word, by the way. So if you think I'm stumbling, I'm actually not. And then there's a bunch of tags. Pre-Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time. Grovyle XOC. And then we have a picture here.
Grovyle XOC.
Remember what a Grovyle is?
I don't.
Which is a Glaceon, an evolution. Which is the ice type evolution. And it's like a MS Paint version. It's not very good.
I don't want to shit on the author too much, but yeesh.
Okay.
It's not that good.
I mean, continue. I bet you're better now.
Oh, yeah.
This was published in. Okay, tell me, do you think I read this one?
I reckon you did.
I didn't.
You didn't?
I haven't read this one.
I don't know why. Just it felt like something you would have read.
No. Interesting facts about this fanfiction. It's rated T for teen. Okay. It's in English. It's adventure / friendship.
Okay.
That's the has 40 chapters, 68,000 words, 2 reviews, 1 favorites, and was published in February 3rd, 2017. All at once.
Oh.
So
all at once.
She finished it and she posted up all at once, which I greatly appreciate. By the way, because half of these fanfictions never bloody end.
She probably felt like she wanted to upload. She was like, "Hey, I'm
fair.
confident in this."
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now, the next one is probably the only. This is probably the only anime-related one I'll talk about this time. We'll probably talk about Pokemon anime fanfiction later, because that's
a whole nother ballpark.
This is light, right, guys? This is light discussion on Pokemon fanfiction. Every other fandom is like just down a deeper, darker hole.
Yeah.
Welcome Home by Glaceon, which is ironically the name of that Pokemon that I just showed Peter.
Yeah.
Well, oh wait, did I say its title? Yes, I did.
Yeah.
All of Ash's companions have met his mother. She has made Thor sure of that. But the rest of his family were somewhat of a mystery, in which the curtain is pulled to reveal Ash Ketchum's full family. And Ash learns that sometimes secrets should stay a secret. Warnings for mental illness. That's a tag. Warnings for mental illness.
Okay.
Who do you think his family is that I'm talking about it in the game version of Pokemon? It's Red. The main character from the first game and Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Oh, okay.
Did I read this one?
I'm gonna say no.
I did.
You did read it.
I did read this one.
Damn.
I read this one in the last week when I was looking for fanfictions because I read this like, wait, who the fuck is his family?
So you were interested too, like, yeah.
So yeah, interesting facts about this one. It was okay actually.
It was actually okay.
There's a lot of mention of Red and Blue, who I'll just be referring to as the rival from the first game, have sex a lot. Like there's
so
a lot
gay.
there's a lot of mention them having sex a lot, but they don't have sex on the screen. This not in the part I've read. It's a Misty X Ash fan fiction.
It's a Misty X Ash.
Yep. And Ash has two older twin siblings called Fire and Leaf, because Fire Red and Leaf Green. That's weird. And Silver's there, and all their parents are Giovanni from Team Rocket.
Wait, what? Are you kidding me?
No, why would I joke about that?
Giovanni from Team Rocket is the papa of all of...
Well, that's canon in the Pokemon play, where Ash is actually the son of Giovanni.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
So what, he just... His mum met him at some point and got busy?
They meet it. They go through how they met in the story.
Do they?
Yep.
I don't remember that.
No, in this fan fiction.
Oh, in the fanfiction.
In the fan fiction that you've never read.
I thought you were talking about actual. I was like, oh my god, what?
No.
Okay.
Okay, interesting facts about this fan fiction. It's rated T. Is in English. It's drama/family. Has 25,000 words, 5 chapters, and was published in April 2012. And last chapter was updated in December 2014. And it's not finished. So finish it, whoever read this. Glaceon on fanfiction.net is where all these fanfictions are found. Well, not all of them. There's some that won't. Next one. Greatness comes from small beginnings by Somewhere in Nevada 614. AU. Life is never fair, and he hated it altogether. Red simply hates everything and everyone, and with a short fuse and temper, things could go wrong. After moving to a new region and a new town, will he be able to make friends and be able to turn over a new leaf? Well, it seems only one person is persistent enough to do it. Burning leaf shipping. Mainly hero, ex-heroine shipping. Which I think is a reference to the manga.
Okay.
This is an AU without Pokemon, by the way.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's supposed to be like about the lives of the trainers as just people in terms of like being kids, I'm guessing? Or...
They're like in school.
Yeah.
They're like teenagers. And it has all the protagonists too.
As all the protagonists. Are
Yep,
they all
even
just in
some
this...
of their rivals.
Are they just all in the school?
And the guy who wrote this clearly read Pokemon Adventures manga.
Okay.
So he's a lot like me, or she's a lot like me.
Could be either.
Could be either.
Mm.
Did I read this one?
I reckon this would be something that interests you, yeah.
Yeah, I did read this one. I barely remember it because I read this one years ago. I remember a very graphic scene where Red forces a guy to chomp on a chair and breaks his jaw.
What the fuck?
That's the only scene I remember because I was so shocked that it happened.
Why did it happen? Why?
He was an asshole, I guess.
What the fuck?
It was really violent.
Does it come out of nowhere?
No, they suggest he's like a giant asshole.
Okay.
Red's like a giant... They describe it in the description. He hates everything and everyone. Because that's
no,
what I describe Red as.
No, as in like the chair chomping part. Does it like out of nowhere like suddenly happen?
Well, they start fighting and then Red just stands up and then beats him up and then forces him to bite on the chair and he stomps on it and breaks his jaw. It's so violent.
Wow.
This fanfiction is rated M, by the way. It's romance/friendship 16 chapters, 100,000 words. Not finished. Still not finished. And was updated in July 25th, 2017.
Okay.
So, and it was started in 2014. These will give you an idea of when these were made, what the current climate Pokemon was in.
Okay.
Next fanfiction is called Trainerless by Infinite Nexus. Among the creatures of this world, there exists a defined food chain, and can we start? We're gonna start this again.
Yeah.
Among the creatures of this world, no. Okay.
Stop.
If for everybody at home, this is worded really poorly, and I didn't really realize until I started reading it out, because I've read so much fanfiction, my mind just autocorrects what they're trying to say. I think I explained this to you once before.
I think you did.
That I've read so much fanfiction and there's so much broken English in it that I've just gotten used to what they're trying to say, and I just read it. That's why I say when I read most of fanfiction, I skim read it because I understand what they're trying to say. Because a lot of it is broken English.
Okay, you didn't.
Not to be rude for anybody. This is great. Fanfiction is a great way to practice your English because people are not nice and will tell you where you went wrong. So yeah. I'm not here to discourage you. In fact, I encourage everyone here to continue writing, even the man or lady who made that guy's straw.
If you're passionate about a genre or a a universe and you want to write stories about it, go all ahead.
Yeah. Also, I want to do this podcast for more than 10 episodes, guys. Come on. Yeah. I'm nudging the microphone. Yeah. Okay. Among the creatures of this world, there exists a definite food chain, and none know their position at the bottom of this hierarchy, more than the Rattata and Pidgey. However, two friends refuse to take this lying down. By taking on the Kanto League, they shall beat the humans at their own game and prove themselves that they were wrong to have dismissed them as weak. This is a fan fiction where a Rattata and a Pidgey take on the Pokemon League.
Oh
That's why it's called Trainerless. Did I read this one?
No.
You're right, I didn't read it, this one. It's a Rattata and a Pidgey. They're going to take on the world, man.
Take on the world.
They can beat the Pokemon League on their own. They don't need any help.
No.
This is rated T, Adventure / Friendship. This is like a real soft one. I bet there's a lot of parts where you just got to believe in yourself, Pidgey, and we'll beat this Dragonite. Something like that.
Wait, do they ever evolve then?
I think they evolve. They have to, right?
I was gonna say, what? They stay at Pidgey and the Rattata until they beat the Pokemon League and then evolve or some shit.
Yeah,
it could be like that.
There's a part of the Pokemon Adventures manga where Professor Oak puts on a wrestling mask and pretends to be someone else, and he beats up a bunch of Blastoises with a single Pidgey.
What?
His Pokemon beats up a Blastoise even though it's just a Pidgey. Pretty funny.
He gave it a bunch of overpowered TMs.
Sure. Technical machines. That's what TM stand for. Trademarked. Next one is Kynim's Diamond Nuzlock, Tales of SInnoh by Kynim. I can't pronounce it. It's Ky-nim. It's like I have no idea where that name originates from.
I wouldn't know either.
Probably some Asian province. Tales of SInnoh is a diamond comic run that follows a girl named Kynim as she starts her league challenge in SInnoh. The first page was uploaded on a site called Techie Egg on the 11th of December 2010, and as of the 28th of April 2011, the comic has finished. A continuation / sequel of this one is called Miss Unova. I believe this is a comic that she uploaded on Deviantart.
Okay.
This is a Nuzlock, the Nuzlock fanfiction?
Yes, yeah.
This is a comic of that.
Oh.
I actually have a picture of it. There she is.
I like the art, actually.
That's cute. Yeah, it's kind of adorable.
It's kind of cute, yeah. I like the art.
I'll probably read this after, even if I... Nah. Never mind. Did I read this, Peter?
You didn't.
I did.
Oh, fuck you. You got me. You fucking got me. All right.
I read this a long time ago when
Okay.
I was still in primary school.
Oh.
It was one of the first things I did on the internet.
Really? Would you say this is one of your opening fan fictions?
This is probably the first thing that I'd consider a fan fiction
that you read.
about it. I don't remember anything from it.
Really?
It's a Nuzlock comic, so I remember a bunch of the Pokemon dying in horrifying and gruesome ways. And I remember some of it being sad.
Why is it so cute?
But I have
the art?
But I have a bunch of tidbits here. The Pokemon in this comic cannot communicate directly with humans, but when they do express themselves, their thought speeches and thought bubbles. So the Pokemon think, but they don't talk.
Yeah.
Icy, the rival character in the comic, is loosely based on Kynime's real-life friend. Okay. And here's the final tidbit. One of the most memorable things from this comic is the way Kynim treats Team Galactic, dubbed Team Gaga. This joke ultimately leads to the creation of Dialga Gaga, like Dialga and Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
A Dialga created by Team Gaga's leader Cyrus and has the face of Lady Gaga. I don't have a picture of that, but when I find it, I'll put it on the YouTube video.
Oh my god, I want to see that.
So it's Lady Gaga's Pokemon. We got a final one here. The Pokemon Squad by Raquaza Master and Sailor Pikachu. And then I've got a description from TV Tropes.
Okay.
Just like last week. I didn't read this one.
Yeah.
I found it on TV Tropes because I found this to be amusing. This one wasn't actually published on fanfiction.net. It was posted on like a forum.
Okay.
Pokemon Squad is a fanfiction series created by Raquaza Master, RM, and his friend Sailor Pikachu, also known as Mickey Mouse here, though she quit at the end of 2010. Based on the Pokemon anime, it focuses on the not so typical lives of RM and his friends living in his mansion. Living there are the Otaku RM's friends, classic Nickelodeon junkie Sailor Pikachu, and all the main humans and Pokemon. Also, there are Henry and June of Kablam, which is I checked this. I think it's like a Nickelodeon show where they're live action characters.
Yeah. Okay.
I might be completely wrong. We didn't get. No, we're too young for this.
Yeah. We're too young for this.
And the Penguins of Madagascar.
We're not too young for that.
Later arrivals are Dawn of Kablam from the same show. RM's other friend, RM's friend's twin. That's their names.
Yeah.
Among others. They live next door to the Yowie house, which includes Dora the Explorer, Barney, I said Bunny the dinosaur, Baloney, I have no idea who Baloney is.
I have no idea who.
Harley, Elmo, Roger Klotz, I don't know who that is, and the home's main couple, Ruby and Snap. I have no idea who Ruby and Snap are.
I don't know who they are either.
Other characters such as Doug Funny, the Recess Gang, Barbie, the Annoying Orange. So this is the era this was made in, you can tell.
Yeah, wow.
Do you remember the Annoying Orange?
I do. I remember
Do you
this
think
era. I remember this era.
This is a giant crossover fanfiction. This is
Oh my
barely
God.
Pokemon fanfiction
I
anymore.
was
I
gonna
just
say, it
had to
doesn't
mention
sound like
it. And Loopy and Larry I hear in it too.
Loopy and Larry.
I have no idea who Loopy and Larry are.
Although maybe they didn't write and was going to write Luffy and
Luffy?
yeah,
Luffy and Larry?
Luffy and Larry, yeah. Monkey D. Luffy and
what
his
is your
best
obsession
friend
with fanfiction, Peter? Apart from One Piece. What is your obsession with One Piece?
Oh,
I speak English good.
I speak English, but I don't know. I like it. It's
What?
good.
Are you really that obsessed to start talking about Luffy X Ace fanfiction?
No, God, no.
Do you want to start now?
No,
Come on, open.
fuck
Okay.
that.
Okay. Peter, don't rub your eyes like that. Come on. Get back in here.
No,
Gotta get back in the game.
No, my eyes are sore.
Okay. So I didn't read this. This sounds like it was made from a place of innocence by a child. I honestly feel as though that's the case here.
There's nothing smutty about it.
There's some stuff smutty about it, but that's like a child thing too, because they don't understand, do they?
No.
I honestly think this comes from a place of pure innocence, even though most of it's a pretty hilarious joke now. And I think this is something that even the writer can look back on and go like, oh yeah, that was a funny time. Some fun things that apparently took place, I have like a bunch of things, like running gags. June swearing in almost every sentence she says, censored though. So a child swearing all the time, that makes sense.
Okay.
I swear all the time. Brock laughing creepily whenever something that could be interpreted as perverted is said. And it's said, spelled like that too. Jokes about Ash being fat.
What? What?
Jokes about June's talent, which could be a dirty, I don't know. June turning into a shonen anime version of herself when she takes out her ponytail and takes off her sweater. Oh my god, they killed Dawn, you idiots! Which is a quote.
Okay.
Apparently Dawn dies often. Whenever RM's friend talks, you can talk. Whenever Brock thinks of an idea, I just thought of something great. I just thought of something great. See? Written by a child from pure innocence. June getting intimate.
Okay, I wonder...
Yeah.
What does that mean? What specifics? That's very vague.
Hi, I'm Paul. You know, Paul the free-eyed monkey from the end of The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. Do you remember Paul, Peter?
I don't remember Paul.
How do you not remember Paul?
I don't know if I've even got that far into Jimmy Neutron.
That's at the end of every episode. I'm searching it up right now so Peter knows.
What, are you gonna put up on the YouTube screen? The YouTubes?
No, they can just hear it from my computer.
They can just hear the clicky clacks.
Come on. It's like a 4-second clip. I'm pretty sure everyone listening to this has heard of Jimmy Neutron. It's gonna be really loud.
Oh, yeah, I remember the monkey.
How did you forget?
I forgot he had 3 eyes.
No, that's fair. Gary saying "yeah," which I think is a reference to Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's 100%.
Which is also a fan
reference.
fiction.
It's also great.
Yep.
It was also great.
Fanboy and Chum Chum being grotesquely killed. Remember Fanboy and Chum Chum? We have a mutual friend that won't stop talking about how much he hates Fanboy and Chum Chum.
Yeah, I think I know. Yeah.
So yeah, they continuously get killed. They get brought back every episode, and that's it. That's so many tropes. Now, would you read that any of these fan fictions I described, Peter?
Do me a favor and list them out again. Just like brief descriptions, because I think there was like a couple that.
How it all began, which is Luna Starlight Akari.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome home, all of Ash's companions. His brother's Red.
I actually would kind of read that. I reckon.
Okay. Greatness comes from small beginnings, where Red breaks that guy's jaw.
I'd read it out of pure curiosity. I'd read it.
Trainerless, the one where the Rattata and Pidgey take on the Pokemon League.
I'd read it just to see what the hell happens. I mean, some of these are just out of curiosity.
The Diamond Nuzlock comic that I have read, which I honestly think is cool.
I actually like the artwork for it. I'd probably read it. I'd actually probably like...
Okay. The Pokemon Squad. Would you read the Pokemon Squad, Peter?
The Pokemon Squad one.
Keep in mind there are 206 chapters.
In the house and everything?
Keep in mind, last time I checked, there's 206 chapters.
That's the one with all these different characters in the house, yeah?
Yes. The Recess Gang is
probably
there.
not.
Do you remember the Recess Gang?
I do remember the Recess Gang, actually. I remember watching the Recess Gang.
Did you ever see that Recess movie?
Yes.
Okay.
I did watch it.
That's a good movie.
It is a good movie. I mean, from a mind of a, young child, it was a good movie. Don't know how it is now. Could be good.
So that's it for fan fictions I may have read. So how many did you get right? I think you only got one right.
I only got like one right.
Oh well.
That's a stark difference to last week.
One day you'll get better at this.
Oh yeah, one day.
When we do enough of these.
Hey, last week I got all of them but like 2 right.
There was only 4.
Oh no. Shh. Schematics. I still got 2 right.
That's like 50%.
Yeah,
You got half a chance to hit.
Yeah, I have a half chance.
But now that chance is even lower because you only got 1 right out of 6.
Damn right.
So proud.
I'm so proud.
Fun facts. You excited for fun facts?
I'm excited for fun facts.
On the website fanfiction.net, Pokemon is the most written about franchise under the games category with over 95,000 stories.
Oh wow.
Which is significantly less than Harry Potter.
That's
That's like 1/8 of Harry Potter.
wow. There's a lot of fanfiction about Harry Potter.
It's ridiculously skewed.
Yeah.
Although this number is extremely skewed by the fact that this includes all stories from every part of the franchise, not just the games. So this is anime in the same section.
Okay, so this is... Okay, so it involves all.
Yep.
Which makes sense.
The second most written about game franchise is Kingdom Hearts at 73,000.
Really?
Which is funny, because Kingdom Hearts is basically a fanfiction already.
I love Kingdom Hearts. I know it's basically a fanfiction, but it's not because it's made by the original people, by Disney.
But Donald and Goofy are running around with swords.
Yeah, fuck you. I love Kingdom Hearts.
Donald and Goofy
They're
are
not
running...
Oi, Donald's running around with a major staff, and Goofy's running around with a big shield that has Mickey's head on it.
Why is it Mickey's head on it?
No, no, it's not his actual head.
Why is Goofy ripped Mickey's head off and placed it on his shield? That's horrifying. That's horrifying.
Oh god, no! Like the Mickey Mouse symbol, that.
Oh, okay.
He's got that on like a round shield.
Okay. It's still fan fiction, though.
Sure.
It's still fan fiction.
Sure.
Written by a Japanese guy.
Written by a Japanese guy.
It is. That's why the story's so confusing.
It's good though. It
Sure.
takes forever to learn, but it's good.
Sure. I'll find out one day.
When you play all of them.
The fanfiction and the most favourites on fanfiction.net concerning the Pokemon game story is a game of champions, which I actually have a description here for. There are many trainers in the world. They exist in degrees from dabber to legend, but only one can be the very best. One man, one champion. I am that one. I am the man. My name Red. Why are you laughing so hard? You're making me laugh.
My name Red.
My name? Like, well, my name, question mark, Red.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have said like question mark so
I
you'd
thought that was
understand.
just one flowing sentence that said, my name Red. Like Red had an issue with his brain, so it's just like, my name Red.
Did I read this one, Peter?
I don't think so.
I didn't read this one. It's rated M for mature audiences. It has over 128,000 words, 1,200 reviews, 3,000 favorites, and 3,000 follows. It was last updated in February 2015 and was published in September 2011. And for some reason, the two tagged characters are red, which makes sense. And have you ever played Pokemon Black and White?
I have not. I have no.
Okay, it's one of N's sisters. It's the blonde one, I believe.
Okay. I didn't have the money or a DS that could run it at the time. I think.
You have a DS that can run it now.
I do, but I don't want it.
Why do you want to play Pokemon Black and White? It's a fun game.
I
Well, moving on.
Yeah. Lost interest.
Pokemon Black and White is good. It might be your favourite. Okay.
Diamond
When you
and
see a glitch in a game,
yeah.
do you think that's canon in the universe?
No.
Some Pokemon fanfiction writers do. And what I have here is a bunch of fan theories trying to explain glitches in the Pokemon universe, in the Pokemon games.
Okay.
And it's trying to explain them in canon, a canon reason for them existing. Now, there's so many glitches I can't mention them all.
I'm gonna take a guess and say there's probably a story out there as a fan fiction about them being in the Matrix. I'm just gonna take.
Well, there's one about Ash being in a coma, but we're not talking about that one now.
Okay.
Because it's Pokemon games only. So I'm gonna, instead of focusing on all the glitches, I'm gonna focus on one.
Okay.
This is probably the most infamous glitch in Pokemon, Missing Note.
A missing note.
Have you heard of Missing Note?
I think I have, but I don't remember what it's about.
Missing Note is a glitch in Pokemon, original Pokemon, Red and Blue, where if you sail in a certain place, you sail up and down, you can find this weird glitch, and it's like a weird symbol. And if you catch it, it has the bird typing, which no other Pokemon has, and you can use it to duplicate items.
Oh.
It is super weird and is most obviously a glitch created by the system. But some people believe that there is a explanation in story for why this missing note exists. Hold on to your britches, Peter. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, okay.
Missing note is Red's evil side.
Okay. Go
Missing
on.
note, a suggestion that normally comes alongside that Red is pure and lacks the ability to do evil. So unlike all those other fanfiction where Red breaks that guy's jaw, its missing note is Red's evil side.
Okay.
Missing note is a box that contains an alternate universe! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! 3 times in a row. Missing note are the living embodiment of the Pokeball red laser thing. Which doesn't make sense because that's only in the anime. You know how in the anime they stick out their hands, red laser, return Pokemon?
Yeah.
That's what Missing Note is apparently. Missing Note is a failed first attempt at a man-made Pokemon. Which makes sense, actually, considering where you find it in the game, because it's right next to an abandoned mansion where they made Mewtwo.
Oh, okay.
So that one, it's not canon. Missing Note is actually Articuno's screwed up big brother.
Screwed up big brother.
Yep. Missing Note is a yandere. Missing Note is Jesus. Some of these are jokes, I believe. And some of these are super serious, which is I find very strange. But yeah. And the final one is, which is my favourite idea, because I actually want a fanfiction about this.
Okay.
Not that making Missing Note from the resulting, but Missing Note is the result of humans eating rare candies. It turns into a horrifying monster that looks like... In fact, I'll show you a picture of Missing Note right now. So what do you think of the... What do you think would happen if a person ate a rare candy, Peter?
I don't know, because...
Is it like steroids? Do you
I
think?
feel like it'd be like steroids, but even more hyped up.
You saying that rare candies are going to make people high?
Yeah.
That's Missing Note. It's like
No, I remember what it looks like.
It's actually nothing like what I described.
I know it's like a bunch of...
It's like a glitch code on screen.
Yeah, it looks... Yeah, it's the glitch code on screen. Like, let's show it up on the screen.
Yeah, well, in the YouTube video. It's there right now.
It's right there.
There's like a bunch of weird shit in the original Pokemon games. You can fight the fossil-like images for Aerodactyl and Kabutops. Look at this. Look at this picture I'm looking at right now.
Huh.
And tell me... Look at this fanfiction we see. Missing Note is a tiki. What is this? Okay, this is going up. I'm not even going to try to explain this. Why is this Zygarde here?
Why?
It's a Gen 7 Pokemon. He wasn't even a concept. You know what? Get out.
I didn't realize in the first couple of games they even acknowledged like Mewtwo's been made. Stuff.
Yeah, they mentioned in the game he's introduced.
I didn't know that.
It's in the first movie. Remember Pokemon?
Yeah, of course, but like...
Did you think it was an anime thing?
I didn't know where it first came from, but the first time I ever seen Mew was in the movies. That's why I didn't know. Like, I've never played the originals because my mom couldn't afford them, and that's fair.
Yeah. And that's it. We're done. No more of Pokemon fanfiction.
Oh my god, that was...
That was really quick.
That was a really quick episode.
That's because we skipped fan shipping section. Because I'm not going to get into an argument with people.
Oh my god, yeah, okay. Yeah,
so what did you think, Peter? What did you think of...
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It was much more tame than last week.
Oh, there's a lot of trash.
Okay,
a lot of the bad Pokemon fanfiction comes off the anime.
Okay.
The games are like fairly consistently either romance stories or OC self-inserts, which aren't
I could kind of
too
see
bad.
That. I could see a lot of romance stuff when it comes to the anime. I could definitely see that.
Okay. Well, would you read Pokemon fanfiction now?
Like I said, I'll read a couple of those ones, but I wouldn't go that far.
We'll check in back next week and see if you've read any of those.
Maybe. It depends on my time and work.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you all for listening to this wonderful, wonderful podcast that we've made. Well, I think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Please leave a like and comment telling us how wonderful it is. And well, I guess I might just question what the next episode's going to be about. Peter.
Yeah.
What is a franchise, a series that I used to love, but every time I talk about it now, it's always an anchor?
I would say Fairy Tail, but
bang, bing, bing.
Oh my god!
Get ready for the next episode. It is about the first anime it's going to be about the first anime we're going to be talking about, Fairy Tail.
All right then.
I hope you're ready.
See you next week, guys.
Because while this episode was a shipping nothing, the next episode will be a shipping something.
All right.
That doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
Well, bye everybody.
Bye guys.
I've been Brodie,
and I've been Peter.
And who's the Fanfiction Fanatic? Which one of us is it?
I think it's you, Brodie. You're the Fanfiction Fanatic.
No, that can't be true.
I think that's true.
That can't be true.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Thank you for listening to our podcast.
We hope you tune in next week. Goodbye.
Bye bye.